When we left you last time, we were just completing our 5-day tour of the spectacular Dinosaur National Monument. We left the park and traveled toward Provo, through Utah's stunning high country, and eventually passing through the Wasatch Mountain Range. I don't think either of us were quite prepared for the conditions that would greet us here in these hills.
Pulled in, pretty cold. I think it's gonna get even colder. We're at what, 8,000 feet?
About 8,000.
About 8,000 feet. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be a quick dinner and quick sleep, and then we're gonna go, I think, meet some friends tomorrow. I think we're gonna meet some friends tomorrow, maybe the next day. So yeah, hopefully we don't freeze our asses off. We would have a fire, but right here, people put their trash in it.
Yeah.
In their cans and plastic. What? What's wrong with you?
After our time there a few weeks prior, we didn't think the fall color of Colorado could be beaten, but we would be absolutely stunned by the color between Heber City and Orem along the Provo Canyon Road.
There was a waterfall.
Around this time, we started to notice that Pete's front end issues were getting much more noticeable. Despite multiple trips to the shop to replace bushings and realign the truck, it was time to make another appointment in Tucson before we headed any further south. These persistent noises were really becoming a problem for us, and likely were an indication of something fairly serious. After a day spent working in Spanish Fork, we headed back into the hills to find a camp.
We've spent all day in a library editing and doing a bunch of stuff. I think we were there for 7 hours. So right now we're driving up what's called Nebo Canyon into a really beautiful area, and oh wow, it is amazing. The fall color is absolutely fantastic.
It's like Maple Central.
It is Maple Central.
Sometimes I like to have a little Maple Central on my pancakes.
On your pancakes. And we got pizza. Yeah, a little pizza. Hopefully it'll be a good night and we won't freeze our butts off.
It's gotta be good.
What's happening? Hi. What are you doing? Hi. You gonna come through? Huh? Really nice camp for tonight. I think we're up right around 7,000 feet. And it's not too chilly. Just gonna settle in. And then we're gonna go meet up with some friends and maybe do some higher elevation camping tomorrow.
The next day, our friend Cy would be our tour guide in the area. He showed us the way up to a dramatic viewpoint overlooking all of Provo and the surrounding towns. Cy knew the area extremely well and was happy to point out all of the nearby features we could see from the pass, and even offered some advice for future off-road trips within these mountains. That evening, Cy offered to let us pitch camp at his family's property high above Springville so we could experience the amazing fall color before making our way back to the desert and lower elevations.
Don't you ban yourself. There's banning taking place. Don't ban yourself. There we go. Oh, yeah. We found this neat little spot up on a hill, kind of out in the middle of this desert area by Castledale. What do you think about the last few days?
It's been cool. It's been cold.
Cool and cold.
But yeah, good to see the area around Provo and explore some of the mountains up there.
We hung out with our friend Cy and his girlfriend Emma last night. They own some property up there.
Yeah, they're overlanders, and so it was really cool to hang out with them. Yeah, good times.
Good times. I think we were both surprised by the color, like
It
the
was
fall
yeah,
color.
It was out of control. I come from a place that's world renowned for leaf peeping, and this place tops it. I mean, the reds and the oranges were just popping all over the place.
Freaking cold, man.
8,000 feet,
Or plus.
middle of October. It's going to be cold, but I don't think either one of us expected it.
No.
I think we were both kind of like, yeah, we got this covered, and we rolled up there and it was freezing.
It's nice to be down here. We're actually headed out behind us that direction to parts of the San Rafael Swell.
We're going to be on dirt for like 100 miles.
Yep.
So pretty stoked. We're topped off on water, fuel, food,
Something's biting me.
itch cream. We got everything we need. Just kind of
Rest and relax.
rest and get warm, and
shower, because Zach smells really bad.
I'm feeling generally good, but really dirty. I smell like a pile of rotten wool.
This is Calf Canyon, an offshoot of Buckhorn Wash. We searched for a remote camp along the rim here, but ran into quite a few hunters along the trail and thought it best to just give them their space. would eventually find a great spot beneath Cedar Mountain that was reasonably flat and had its own unique character. The majority of our time in the San Rafael Swell area was along the Old Spanish Trail. This historic pack mule route connected towns in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and California, and has been in use since the days of the first Spanish settlers in the Southwest. The Old Spanish Trail parallels several amazing wilderness areas, including deep canyons, archaeological sites, and historic ranches.
Out here in the San Rafael Swell or thereabouts, and we just rolled up on this place called Smith Cabin. I want to say it dates back to the late 1800s, but I could be wrong. But wow, is it remote and cool and a little bit creepy. All right, let's go look at Mr. Smith's cabin. I don't know if there was a Mrs. Smith. Maybe. Oh, wow. Okay. Sure. We'll go in. There is one of the largest pack rat nests I've ever seen, and a crazy looking old mattress, I'm sure full of hantavirus. But wow. Whew, something's on me. This is just years of rat buildup. I think I like it from the outside better than the inside. Maybe this was the main house? And that other place we saw was an animal barn? Or some type of shed? It's hard to tell, but I'm going to this little thing. Okay. It's funny, pack rats have definitely moved in and made this their home. Probably some rattlesnake too. Actually some glass jars and stuff in there. I bet if you dug around on this floor, you'd probably find some interesting artifacts. Zach's way off in the distance and I thought it was an animal. Yeah, I think this was the main house. I don't really want to get too close to it, honestly. Doesn't look very stable.
It's a good place to get hantavirus.
That's what I said.
Jumped back into the maze of trails continuing south toward Interstate 70. We'd have one more night of camping in this incredible landscape before making our way back into Canyonlands.
So for those of you who may have been watching our videos, you will know that I love mines. I like them for the history. Oh, this actually looks like a dynamite chamber.
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is not a mine, but it's definitely interesting. So right now we are traveling down the Four Corners Mine Road, which is strange. It's very sort of moonscape, and we just came across this little place. But we just saw a sign that said something about radioactive mines in the area. guess we could camp right here. There's a fire ring, but yeah, no thanks. I don't want to be irradiated. It's our anniversary tonight. I think we've been married for 13 years, together for 14. I think that's what's happening. So, yeah, we found this really cool place, and we're rocking out to some music, and I'm making a little stir fry for dinner tonight. So, yeah. Happy anniversary, honey.
We had a great night by this fire, celebrating our anniversary and reminiscing about the last decade and a half spent traveling and exploring together. But in the morning, it was once again time to move on. It was getting late as we passed over the Colorado River, and we headed toward what we thought would be a quick and easy road to access the backcountry to find our camp. It would turn out that this road would be exciting and beautiful all at the same time. The descent after this saddle was not technically challenging in any way, but was unnerving due to the many overhanging boulders, blowouts, and the steep nature of the shelf road itself. We were acutely aware that any vibration that we created could shake one of these massive rocks loose.
We came down this really super scary hillside. I mean, really scary. And, well, I'm having a little anxiety about going back up it in the morning. I felt like boulders were gonna come crashing down on us. But we ended up in this really crazy valley. So we're about to go up this super freaky road that we came down last night. And yeah, I'm not feeling good about it. It's like a shelf road, and there are many hundreds of feet of just debris and rock ready to fall and crush us or push us off the side of the mountain. Zach says it's no big deal, but it's a big deal.
What's going on?
I don't like the road.
It's a little scary.
So yeah, if you're seeing this video, we lived. Yeah, Zach doesn't give that back. up this side. Now we have to go down that side.
We've been through here so much, we figured it was time.
We spent 2 restful days in Valley of the Gods, soaking up the unique scenery, hiking among the rock formations, and getting a little bit of work done. But we knew this couldn't last forever, as Pete had a date with a mechanic, and further preparation lay ahead for our next adventure in Baja. Join us next time when we find out what's really going on with Pete, and we set off on a 1-month exploration all the way down to Todos Santos in Baja California Sur.
Prosthetic, honey. Prosthetic.
Socks and hats and pizza advertisements.
I don't want to flash.
Oopsie. Yep.
Yep. But actually we are homeless.
Like we are homeless.
I've used all of the sunblock. All of it.
People getting busy. People getting busy.
We're at a butte. Oh, butte.